All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge once again. Back on track here, we have the Dolphins starting tomorrow, minicamp. Uh, as we see, we got these three big guys right here, actually, right here. Uh, a lot to talk about. We just went through OTAs. The news out there, we have a cornerback. I think it's Jar Alexander. Got actually released. It's going to get released by the Green Bay Packers. What does that do with Ramsey contract? Good question to ask. Because right now, I think the contract of Ramsey is what's giving the Dolphins a little issue right now for other ball clubs to get traded. So, as you know, this man here, Sealer, it's going to hold out mini camp. He wants an extension on the contract, and hopefully he gets one. Uh, we're gonna have a lot to talk about when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. I did met a Pittsburgh Steelers fan today. We talk about a little bit about Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers. How does he feel as a fan? How his reaction about it? And listen, once again, I can remind myself of this. I have nothing against the guy. I really don't. He's a great player. Once again, I believe Super Bowl champ. I believe that his body wear and tear, it's going to be an issue. Now, we talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. We talk about their running back, which they picked a good running back in the draft, by the way. But all this is going to take a while to develop. Now, it's Roger going to go there and have the patience, and we talk about this today, the patience to wait to this team to develop with a young offensive line because they're going to have a young offensive line. Remember, they lost McDaniel, who he had an Achilles, and he signed with the Miami Dolphins. So there's a lot of question, like every NFL team, when it comes to OTAs and mini camps and then the preseason. Now, I'm going to say this, and I say this in a good way, not in a bad way. I haven't done my picks. I did pick the Steelers to finish second behind the Ravens, which I still believe that the Ravens are a team to beat. But does Roger know, and we talk about this today, man, the defense he has to face, Cleveland defense is good. I'm sorry. They're a good defense. You know what happened when you guys face them in a rivalry game? I mean, they beat you last year. You got the Ravens defense. I think Roger should have thought about it because they're going to go after them. And then the moment the Bengals play the Steelers, which they did last year, I'm not worried about Cincinnati defense because really they don't, if they don't sign Hendricks, I mean they're not going to be as good as they look. But at the same time, can you put up points with Joe Burrow? Because Joe Burrow put 42 points on your defense, you need to score 50, Rodgers. And I'm not saying he can't, he could, but right now it's tough, man. We had a good conversation. Yeah, he's excited, but in the sense, we have to wait see what happens. I'm not saying that he still does. He probably still has it in him, but I think sometimes you have to be understand that when you get to a certain age, you have to let it go. And that's one thing, man. You're holding up a roster. I mean, why do you sign Mason? Why you got Mason back? Uh, I like the quarterback you guys picked from in the draft. I think it's Howell. So we could sit here, talk, discuss the matter, the issue. A very NFL team because they are going to have issues. They are going to have. The only thing is that why why you why will you put your team in a position? Because you guys think that you guys could win better with Rodgers. Don't know that. I mean, look at his 2 years with the Jets. But remember, the year of the Achilles, he went down, came back, they struggled. And can he give him a 7 game season win only and make it what 7-10 for Pittsburgh? Because I tell you, Pittsburgh got good talent. Pittsburgh got good players. That's my only concern I have. Are they really gonna address this? What's gonna happen when Mike Tomlin has to face Rodgers in the sideline? Because listen, Rodgers is a competitor. He doesn't like losing. He gets upset. He gets mad and coaches. And I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to handle that in a good way. Mike Tomlin is a very well coached, professional coach, and he's going to tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. Will he bench him? That's a good question. We haven't got there yet. I mean, I know I'm ahead of myself, but that's a question that we asked today. We were talking the conversation. I look at the Dolphins in the same situation. You got Tua, okay? You got Zach Wilson. You got a guy from Texas, Owens. I mean, will they really, if Tua struggle, will they sit him down, put Wilson? Because Wilson is not the results. He's not having a good OTA, which is over already. But once again, when it comes to OTA mini camps, I don't see nothing big deal. When I see preseason, which is actual game, which of course it's not real, it doesn't count. But they got their pads on, then you can start saying whatever you want to say about your quarterback, about your team, about your position players. But right now, I mean, OTAs and minicamp, it doesn't mean much to me in a sense. And don't get me wrong when I say this. I mean, I hear when the good guys out there, doing a good job, but these players are not wearing full gear to tell you, hey man, because listen, OTAs is like me and you going ourselves in the back of the yard of the house and start throwing the ball. It's just like a little practice, and yeah, it helps you a lot because you develop, you learn game plays and all that, but you're not playing physical football. So, but I'm concerned. I like the Dolphins. I really like. I haven't done the pick. I'm not close to it yet. Like I said, I just told you about the Pittsburgh side and the Ravens because that's the Ravens league. I don't see Kansas City taking that division. And I know I had a lot of Kansas City fans in my podcast. And man, they proved me wrong last year because yeah, you gotta be proof. You gotta prove to beat the good team. All right. The same thing as the Eagles next year. Well, this year, sorry. Uh Commanders have to prove that's my division. I don't think Dallas is gonna be that good. I think the Giants will be more improved than Dallas, believe it or not. And you might disagree with me, but I got a feeling that the Giants will be better than the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys have too many drama, too many issues, too many thing going on with that team right now. And Jerry Jones, the one that cut some of that wallet and get some of the players. I mean, look at your draft, look at your free agency. So it's a lot because this is part of football. This is the National Football League. This is how it works. It's a revenue league, like a lot of league out there, like baseball and hockey and all that. But you can see the difference how the NFL has managed from 16 game to 17 game. Then they're going from 17 to 18. You see, I'm an old school guys. Give me back my 16 games, and of course I could go back then when they used to play 12 games or 13 games, whatever it was, when Bob Greasy and Earl Morrall. And I mean, if you go back then and you ask a question to yourself, why are you adding all these games? If you look at it, if you've seen it lately, you got players retiring already at 29 or 30 years old in the league because they get so much beaten in their bodies. If you haven't seen that, guys, I have. We have the guy from Detroit Lions, offensive tackle, 30 years old, retired. Listen, it's a wear and tear, man. It's a wear and tear in people's body. Unfortunately, look at David Carr. Shoulder injury, never recover shoulder injury. Listen, this is part of the NFL. I mean, it's a very physical game. You're gonna get hurt. And well, he ended up retiring. He wasn't that old either. But you got all players retiring in the early age in the NFL. That tells you something. So, but anyhow, those that haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel on Sports Night with Jorge. Be sure you leave the comment button. Be sure you give the thumbs up. Any comments you have, just add it to the comment section. And once I get to it, trust me, I will return your comment. Right now, I'm at 880 subscribers. Listen, believe it or not, I try to get to all of them at the same time. I really do. I try to get into their podcast or any recording they got and try to answer everything I have. And I see it into the entire full video. I don't cut on videos. I don't cut whatever they got, shorts, whatever. I go in there to help them out. That's why we're here to support one another. But yeah, so tomorrow it's mini camp. Let's see what happens. Also, we got the Panthers playing tonight, game 3 of the Stanley Cup. The series tied 1-1. By the way, congratulations to OKC. Last night they won convincingly, beating the Indiana Pacers. The game was never close. Now they go to Indiana. So, this is the good part of sports now, especially when you got things going around before the NFL starts. 2 months from now, and which now after minicamp, we don't see these players back until August. So, and anything can happen through that week or those months. Trades or whatever happens, that happens. So right now, that's what we got so far. But I hope you guys enjoying back your Monday. I went back to work Monday today, and I'm working on these videos that I'm working on right now to get as much information I could get for you guys. Once again, we got baseball. If you're an Oriole fan like I am, they split the series against the Oakland A's or the LA A's, whatever they call them now. I forgot what they call them. But anyhow, it's a long season. It's a long season, and how good we're gonna get, we only know when we get closer to it. And that's when I'll make my prediction and my players, my MVP, my quarterback, whatever you want to call it, MVP, who's going to lead the league in rushing or passing. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Statistic for me don't mean anything. It's the W. You win, I'm okay with it. So anyhow, I want to thank you so much. Like I said, short video tonight. Hopefully I'll get more details. Like I said, McDaniel's entering to his 5th season after a disappointing 89 season last year. Missed the playoffs, of course. Tua injured the last 4 or 5 games. Took him out with a hip injury, not with a concussion, hip injury. There's so much to talk about. What do we know? We don't know yet. But anyhow, thank you once again. You guys have a good night, and listen, I'll see you guys soon. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And have a blessed night.